Okay, there's a pretty easy concept. It may be possible. It's hypothetical theory. It's possible to actually surf the gravitational wave of black holes. You can use those ripples to surf, just like the ocean. When surfboards, they actually the way the surfboard is, the shape, the incline of the surfboard, it pushes the surfboard forward. So you can actually, in concept, in theory, you can surf gravitational waves. For here, I have the first vehicle. I have more or less shaped like a surfboard, but I have two masses. I have this larger mass and this smaller mass, and this mass using a hyperspin engine, one of my other YouTube inventions. I have on YouTube. I'm sorry, it's in there, and just increase the mass to whatever you want. The more G's, the more mass. So 1 G is 1 Earth gravity. If you're 100 pounds, that's 1 G. If you're 2 G, that's 200 pounds. 3 G, 300 pounds, and so on. That's each additional Earth gravity. But if you spin this to 100 million G's, and this is 1 ton, that's going to be instantly transformed into 100 million tons. But you can lower the weight of that or increase it by how many times you spin it, G forces. So you could actually have less G's, and then that thing will be less weight. So, but this is the smaller mass, and this is the larger mass. The reason you have that is because this larger mass allows it to sink this way to create that gravitational bending of time and space, which is actually a surface. You bend it, you dig into it. So you want that because you want this higher, so you capture that brunt force of the gravitational waves, and then it can push you that way. And gravitational waves actually travel at the speed of light. If you didn't know that, now you know. So gravitational waves travel at the speed of light, but since you don't want to be hit full force, 100% of a gravitational wave, because it's like hitting a brick wall with your car at the speed of light. So basically, you're going to be disintegrated. You don't want that. So you want the vehicle to be like this, so it doesn't hit you full force. You only feel a percentage of it, and that makes you go faster. So as you start getting weight, you start dropping it. You start dropping it, dropping it. First, you want to start this way, and then drop it just slightly. And then when the wave passes, it'll push you forward slightly, and you get more speed. The more speed you have, then you start dropping this more, and the faster you move it, as you hit the next wave, the next round, it'll push you further, more speed. So you keep dropping it, and the faster you move, until you get to a certain speed. Now you're safely, you won't be hit 100% with an impact. So because you're also traveling fast, so when you lower it down, then the next wave, when it's already traveling high speed, the wave will push you at the speed of light. In theory, the waves could be in some places in the galaxy once a day. So they have to be repetitive. Remember, you can have wave coming in from all sides, 360 degrees. In this case, invention, it can only work if the waves are coming this way, ripples going that way. So anyway, because if they're coming this way, what if you're going forward, and if it goes one side, that's not going to work. And if it just has to be the same direction of travel. That's why I have this vehicle right here. This is more like a cone shape, and you got this larger mass and two small mass that allows it to go this way. By increasing this mass, lowering it or raising it, you have this angle. Same with this mass. Increasing the mass or lowering the mass, move this way. So now you have this angle going this way. So you can lower this or raise it up like this. That way you could capture the full brunt of the wave, or you can lower it down by increasing the mass here. But this is going to be the larger mass. This is going to be less mass, but it'll have enough mass to lower or because you have two here, and that allows you to go this way. Obviously, if it's a cone shape, you're going to have several all the way around. That way you can control the angle by adding more mass or whatever. But anyway, this is another form of capturing the wave, because the wave can come from this way, or this way, front, back, or right or left. But the concept is pretty simple. You don't want to capture the brunt force of the wave at the first pop while you stand still at zero velocity, because that's like hitting a brick wall at the speed of light. You definitely don't want to do that. That's why you want to lower the angle. You might want to raise it up a little bit so that when the wave hits, it doesn't hit you with 100% power, but maybe like 98%. And then the more you lower it, the next round of waves push you further speed, and then you can lower it more. So in other words, once you gain speed, you can actually lower it to eventually to the full capacity. So next wave, when you're ready, the vehicle's ready, and you can travel at the speed of light. So you need several ripples from the same direction to acquire the velocity or speed of light. The ripples do travel at the speed of light.